have one question for you. Are you excited about the VIB sale? Come on, let me know, I'm waiting. You are? Okay, good. Hey girl, welcome back for another video. Today I'm going to give you my Sephora VIB sale recommendations. Now the VIB sale is coming up really soon. In fact, they sent me a little advertisement in the mail. So I'm going to read to you. The VIB Rouge gets access on April 13th through April 16th. So that Friday through Monday. And then if you are a just regular VIB or you are a beauty insider, then you're gonna be able to shop April 20th through the 23rd. Again, that's a Friday through a Monday. You can go in stores, you can go online. So yeah. Oh, and you do get 15% off, which is good. It's not as great as the 20% off that you get on the fall VIB sale that they have, but it's something, girl. So before we get into these recommendations, I just wanna remind you, if you're brand speaking new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe if you like beauty videos. I upload 3 times a week. And if you're an oldie boogity subby, hey girl, it's so good to see you again. Okay, so let's get started because I got a lot of stuff that I'm going to talk about. Get yourself some coffee, some wine, a mimosa, a snack, whatever you got to do, and join me. Okay, so first things first, summer is almost around the corner for some of us. For me, it looks like winter outside still. But I want to talk about products that are going to help you glow during the summer, during the spring, or whenever you want, pretty much. Now, some of my favorite highlighters or liquid glow products are available at Sephora. And my favorite thing lately has been to put liquid highlighter on, like in this area, and then top it off with a natural looking highlighter, and it just gives the most beautiful glow when the sunlight hits you. Girl, like, I'm gonna put a video up here for you so you could see what I'm talking about. It looks amazing. Like, I have no words. So the first highlighter I want to talk about is a stick highlighter. It's from Ciate. It's their dewy stick in the color Luster. And this is really, really nice. It's got a really great blendable formula that looks great on deeper skin tones. And I feel like it goes well with a lot of my face products. And it has a slight like pink shimmer, not very much, but a slight pink hue to it. It's really, really great. Now I want to talk about Natasha Denona highlighters. They come in this cute packaging. These are the All Over Glow Face and Body Shimmer powder, and I've got 03. This is 03. It looks really, really dark, but I can wear this on my cheeks, on my collarbone, and this is more of like a brownish shimmer. This one here is 02, and believe it or not, I know it doesn't look like it. It's got a golden kind of glow. So here they are, like side by side, so you can see what I'm talking about. Guys, if you can, head to Sephora, swatch them. You will not regret these. Next up are the Makeup Forever liquid highlighters. These are their Ultra HD Soft Light in the shade 40 and 50 over here. And this is something that I recently got into. In fact, I'm wearing them right now. Well, I'm wearing just the shade 50. And this is like a golden kind of like deep bronze highlight, and it blends out so nice. At first, when you swatch it, you're like, oh my God, this is gonna be blinding. But then you blend it out and it's just like a really soft light. Now I topped it with another highlighter. This is the Makeup Forever, the Pro Light Fusion, which I also highly recommend. But I just love that it's like a subtle glow, but like it still shows up. Like, it's not overpowering, like you'll still look poppin', you know what I mean? But yeah, highly suggest these. Now the next glow product is from Laura Mercier, and this is more of a face and body shimmer. So it's their Bronzed Butter Face and Body Veil, and this is the shade Gold Lust. Look at it. Look at it, okay? It is beautiful, and I like to put this on my collarbone, on my chest area when I really want it to glow. You can also put it on the face as well. I mean, you can put anywhere you want. I'm not gonna tell you there's any limit, but this is, you know, on the pricier side, which is why I recommend purchasing it during the VIB sale, but this is another really good one. Now, y'all might have seen my review on the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush palette. This one is Daria, And I really like this palette for the highlights. The cream highlight right here is so beautiful. You could even just sport this alone, like you don't need to add anything else. But if you want to get really extreme with your glow, you could top it off with this powder or this powder. I'm not much of a pink highlight person, but if you like different kinds of highlighters like that, I think you'll really like it. For me, these two shades don't really show up as much. You can check out my review if you want to see like some more in-depth, comparisons. I mean, come on, like you can use this palette for a really long time, and it's travel friendly. All right, so let's move on to face powders. I have about 3 of them that I really like in the higher or mid-tier range. The first one is from Dermablend. This is their loose powder. They have 2, the translucent and then the warm saffron. I love both, and they actually come in like a lot bigger sizes. This is just the size that I had closest to me. I really love the translucent one for when I bring my foundation down like in my chest and my neck, which I did today. And you can use the translucent one to stop it from like rubbing off and transferring. So that's what I like to use the translucent one for. And on my face, I like to use the warm saffron. Then we have Fenty Beauty Invisimatte blotting powder. I use this powder almost every day, and I feel like it makes my under eyes look smooth. It's the perfect amount of like mattifying without making you look cakey, and I just feel like I hate using anything else under my eyes. I might combine this powder and another setting powder, but this is what always goes under my eyes, like right after the concealer. I can't put anything else under there. And just to give you a view of the inside, it's a white powder with a mirror, and the white powder actually doesn't get dirty from your face products. As you guys can see, this here is the actual packaging that got my makeup on there, but the product is still white. Now, when we're talking about actual like tinted face powders, what I really love is the Lancome Translucent. Now, this shade that I have here is the 500 shade, and I like to use it for bronzing. So like adding it right under here, right around here, stuff like that, to just give my face some more depth. If you want a powder that's going to go on, but it's not going to make you look cakey and kind of give you a very subtle luminescent look, this is it right here. So if you can catch this, I believe they have this online. I haven't seen it at the Sephora in stores near me, but maybe for you it might be different. Yeah, definitely check this out. So I just have a few foundations that I want to talk about. Obviously, like I try out a lot of foundations, so I want to focus on the ones that I've been consistently wearing over the past maybe like 4 or 5 months. So the first one here is the NARS Natural Radiant. I know that this formula doesn't work for everybody, but man, I'm wearing it today. It just consistently gives me the most beautiful finish. I just can't say enough good things. I don't really know if this is going to work out for the actual summertime, but as far as winter and spring where I am, this just looks amazing, and the color that I'm wearing is Macao. Next up, we've got a lot of people's favorite. It's a cult favorite now. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation, and the shade that I have here is 420. Now, this is my summer shade. I love this foundation. It has such a wonderful blurring effect to it. I feel like you get a lot. You get 1.08 fluid ounces, which is going to last you a while. I really love the pump on here, which is great. I kind of wish that they had a like winter shade for me, which is why I can't really wear it right now, but best believe when the summer rolls around, I'm going to be sporting this again. If you haven't tried this out, this sale is a really great time to purchase it. Another great foundation that I love is the Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation, and this particular shade is the 4.2. So you get a foundation on one side and you get a cream contour on the other side, which corresponds with the foundation shade as well. I love the cream contour, and I really like the foundation. It's not my color right now, so I mean, I don't really want to swatch it, but there it is. It just looks beautiful. The finish is lovely. It blends out like a dream. What I will say is that if you do wear this like every day, if you wear makeup every day, you'll probably go through it in like a month and a half you know, at the most. But I mean, I think it's beautiful and I would definitely repurchase it again. All right, so let's move on to primers. If you've watched my videos on a consistent basis for the past couple months, you would have noticed that I love the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. It's a moisturizer and primer together. I think it makes your foundation just look so natural, so skin-like. I mean, it's beautiful, really. It's been my favorite and I love to use it. I mean, I've been using it for over a year and I've still got quite a bit left. I'm like really getting down to the bottom, so I'm definitely going to repurchase it on this sale. What I do suggest is that if you do have oily skin, you pair it with a mattifying primer. For me, I put the mattifying primer in my T-zone, or you can lay it on top. So if your whole face is oily, you can put it on top of this. This works really well with a lot of other primers, so you don't have to worry about it like pilling up or anything like that. The next one is more of like a new love. This is the Tatcha Silk Canvas. Now, I've been telling you guys since my original review that I do want to keep talking about it so I can give you guys an updated, you know, kind of like, you know, way that I feel about it. So I love this. Initially, when you first put it on, it takes some getting used to. It will give you like a weird kind of cast. But when you put your foundation on, I mean, hello, I used it today and my foundation looks bomb. And it really does put a barrier up between your skin and the makeup. So you don't have to worry about giving yourself acne or anything from like makeup getting in your pores. And I love that. I love it so much. So Tatcha, whatever you're doing, girl, keep doing it. Now, this primer right here, the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer, is something that I purchased within the last like week and a half, I would say. But I freaking love it. I think that this is another primer that you definitely have to pair with a mattifying primer if you have oily skin. I have combo skin, so I'm used to doing something like that, but I just want to put that out there for you. Like this, it feels like a lotion, and then you're like, wait a second, like, is this really working? Like, what's going on here? But when you put your foundation on, it looks so beautiful. And I've tried a lot of primers. I'm really picky about my primers, so there's very few that I actually use on a more consistent basis, but I really like this one too. Okay, so now I'm gonna jump into a different category. We're gonna start talking about skincare. You guys, like, I love makeup, but skincare to me is so important. I know a lot of you guys are so nice and you comment on my skin, but I am hardcore, like die hard about my skincare. If I miss skincare for one night even, my skin will act up. It's very sensitive. So these are the recommendations that I have for you guys. I feel like the two brands that I really love at Sephora are Glam Glow and Drunk Elephant. I know Sunday Riley is like another one. I've tried their Good Genes, which I want to try again, but this one, look, the Glam Glow Power Cleanse, it's their Daily Dual Power Cleanser. And I originally got this at Marshall's, but you can't really rely on like finding something like this on a consistent basis there. So I'm definitely going to repurchase when I run out, but it's a dual size. Like, it's kind of dirty because I use it all the time. It's got an oil part and then a clay part, and you just pump both out at the same time. It's really, really good for cleansing your skin, getting all the impurities out, and it isn't a harsh cleanser. The next Glam Glow product, this is the Power Mud Dual Cleanse Treatment. Now, you guys, I will say this. Every time I start to notice that I have a pimple and I use this mask, sometimes I use it all over, sometimes I just do a spot treatment. If I use this mask at night and then I go to bed in the morning, the pimple is either almost gone, like on its way out, or I see that all the fluid has collected at the top, like if it's like, you know, not to be gross, but if it's like pus or something, that way I know it's like immediately drawn everything to the top, and then I'll continue to use this like the second night as well, and the pimple will be like gone. You guys, it's no secret, I love Drunk Elephant so much. I feel like they really like took my skincare game to the next level. If you haven't seen my full review of their skincare line, you should definitely check that out. I will put that up here in the info card, but I'm just going to talk about probably like my top 3 products that I love. I've mentioned them on my channel before over the past few years. I really like their SEPHORA Day Serum. It's a really great great vitamin C serum. It stays in your skin for 72 hours. Doesn't matter how often you wash your face, it's gonna stay in there. And then I also like the TLC from Boo's Glycolic Night Serum. This really takes care of my texture and also kind of like takes care of my fine lines in my forehead. And I noticed that when I stop using this, I can really see my texture come back and my fine lines. So I mean, I think I'm just gonna use this for life or until my problems are bigger than this and this no longer helps. But these two are great. I also really like the Virgin Marula Luxury Facial Oil. This is like amazing to me. It's my favorite oil. I can pair it on top of anything and it doesn't make my face feel greasy. That's the number one thing that I hate about oils is, you know, you put it on at night and you just feel like a grease ball. I feel like you just use 2 drops of this, pat it onto your face. It's great. So let's talk about some lip products. I am the kind of person, I love lip combos, just combining things. I feel like it looks so unique and you know, people are always like, oh damn, like what's on your lips? And you're like, well, 2 or 3 different products. I feel like you can be more creative that way with what you put on your lips. So I'm gonna share with you guys what I've been wearing recently on a consistent basis that you can get at Sephora. The first one here is the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint in Uncensored. This is such a beautiful red, and if you pair it with a dark red liner, it's gonna look gorgeous. And then I also really like the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. I feel like if you like glossy lips, this is the perfect topper for any lip combo, any lip shade that you have. I mean, it just makes your lips look super juicy and it smells like watermelons. I feel like I'm on a tropical island whenever I smell this. So the next items are something that I reviewed probably about 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, something like that. And these are the Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine lip glosses. I know a lot of you guys were like, damn, that price tag, it's pretty expensive, but with the sale you can get a little bit off on that. So the shades that I've been wearing the most, and I'm still working my way around the other shades, but I think these are probably more practical for my skin tone. This shade here is called Fuel. It's really, really great for combining with a brown liner. Here we have Shadow Heart. This is a brown, but it's also got gold reflex in it and it looks amazing. Your lips will look so juicy, I'm telling you. The next one here we have 1993, which is just a normal brown gloss, also really nicely paired with a brown liner. And then this one here is called Dirty Talk. This is what I have on my lips right now, and same thing, I paired it with a brown liner and it just looks gorgeous. Like what's not to love about this? Now let's move on to eye products, and what I mean by that are either eyeshadow pots or palettes or single shadows. And let me just tell you something, I am a collector of eyeshadow palettes and eye products. I have a problem, but it was really hard for me to pick out some of my recommendations because I just wanted to recommend everything, which is not realistic, I know. Okay, so the first one that I want to talk about are some of the Anastasia Beverly Hills single shadows. I really love their single shadow formula. I feel like they have less kickback than some of the palettes, and you can just make your own quads. This is a quad that I made here, this caramel sienna. I feel like this is really nice for like whenever I want to do just like a classic, nice, no fuss eye look. So I keep this quad around. Now, don't forget guys that ColourPop is also available at Sephora, and I'm very sure that this is included in the sale, if not, but if you guys saw my ColourPop at Sephora review, if you haven't, check it out. I really love their Super Shock shadow formula. They come in this little packaging right here, and I got these and about 4 others in the Polite AF it's like a little kit that they have, and I've really fallen in love with their eyeshadow formula. It just looks like so creamy, it looks so wet on the lids, and I actually use these 2 shades as toppers for my mattes. There's so many things that you can do with them. I definitely recommend using your fingers only to apply these. Now, if you haven't tried the Tarte Chrome Paint Pot, girl, you gotta try some. I mean, look at this beautiful, beautiful bronzy shade. This is called Park Avenue Princess, and it just looks so nice. Like I'm in love with all of these shades. I wish that they had more, honestly. They aren't cheap because, I mean, oh, look at this one. This one's Martini. Because the formula is like really gel-like. It goes on super pigmented. And I also want to throw in Fire Dancer right here for those of you guys that like pinks or reds. I mean, look at this. Like, they will always make your eyes stand out. Okay, so now we can get into some eyeshadow palettes. I want to stick with the more practical ones first for those of you guys that are looking for wearable eyeshadow palettes for work, school, that kind of a thing. The first one here is from Marc Jacobs. It's the Provocateur Iconic Eyeshadow Palette right here. And if you like pinks or like shimmery blacks or purples, this is really good. I feel like with this palette, you can't mess up. Like, you can go from daytime, you can go to nighttime. It's really, really easy. I like the way that these shadows blend. They just look really nice. Now, this palette has become one of my favorites. It's like a palette that makes sense. You know, you can wear it again and again. And when I open it up, in case you haven't seen my video using this, these are the shades here. They're gorgeous, guys. I love, one of my favorite looks is I love to use burnt orange, sienna, and then mulberry on the lid. That's what I did today. And I'll also put another picture where I wore that as well. And then today I also put a ColourPop shimmer shadow on top, if you can see what's on my lids. But you know, there's just like endless looks. And when you want to be fancy, you can use one of the shimmer shades down here, sultry or bronze over here. They really stand out on deeper skin tones. This is just a palette that you can keep using again and again. Another palette that I feel like hasn't gotten much love lately, that not a lot of people talk about right now, is the Naked Heat palette. I still love this palette. I feel like these shades are freaking beautiful. If you like warm tones, then honey, this is it for you. I feel like it makes sense. You can create a lot of looks with this palette. It's work friendly, you know, as long as you don't go like super crazy with like 6 different colors in here, you should be fine. But you can also switch it up and wear it for nighttime looks, date night looks. It's a really great palette. Now, for my girls who like some color, I've got the Urban Decay and Kristen Leanne palette. I know you guys have heard me talk about this a lot, but I really love this palette. Like, I don't have anything bad to say about it. I know that the layout can be a little bit off-putting, but the colors are pigmented. They look beautiful on deeper skin tones. It might still be on sale in general. I'm not sure if it hasn't sold out, fingers crossed, but if you can also catch it on the VIB sale, I highly recommend that you check this out. Even if you just mess around with color a little bit, or you put one of these shades in your lower lash line, they look beautiful. And if you're somebody that likes to have like neutrals as well, if you're also looking for neutrals, in that same collection they have a like neutral eyeshadow palette. This is the Daydream eyeshadow palette right here. There, you can see all the colors. They're really great transition colors for me. If I wanted to only stick to like an all matte or all brown look, I could do that using this palette as well. That's not typically something I like to do. I like a little bit of color, but this is really beautiful. The shadows, they blend like nothing, like literally like 2 swipes and it's like blended. It's amazing. So I think they did a great job with both of these palette formulas. Now, if you want to hear about some more products that are worth checking out at Sephora, don't forget to check out my VIB sale haul from last year, 2017. There are some really great goodies in there that you don't want to miss out on. And don't forget, guys, I love you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.